Hello, good morning. So today I want to chat with those of you who have maybe been mulling around with the idea of writing a book, but you're not sure if you have time, or it's something you want to do, but you're not sure if it's the right time in your business or what you're doing. Or is it the time to actually set aside a lot of time to write a book? Or it doesn't have to take a ton of time, I'll be honest with you. But the time you do spend on your book is something you could be spending doing something else. So when is it a good strategy to spend that time on your book and when is it not? So I want to lead you through some ideas and some things to think about to help you make that decision. Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Brombos of Blogger to Author. I am a #1 best-selling author, and I'm really passionate about showing bloggers and other content creators that #1, writing a book and self-publishing it is a lot easier than they think it's going to be. And #2, I'm really passionate about helping lead them through the process to make it even faster and easier. That's faster together than it would be otherwise if they tried to do it themselves. So again, I know a lot of you you're really busy. You've got a lot going on in your life. You've got so much to do for your business, and you might be thinking, okay, can I really get a book on top of that? You likely understand how important it is to write a book, and a lot of you understand that book will help you build authority and credibility, and it's going to help you really build your expert status to be seen as a go-to expert in your niche, in your field, whatever it is you do. And you get the value of having a book. You know that it brings in qualified leads to your business, leads that are already warm because they've spent hours reading your book. So your book does a lot of great things for you, but even knowing all of the amazing things a book is going to do for your business, is it right for your business? So I want to talk to you a little bit more about that today. So the first thing I want you to do is to think about, what are your goals for your business, and specifically, what are your goals for your business right now? So I'm a huge proponent of writing quarterly goals. It's something I've been doing since at least the beginning of 2017, if not a little earlier. But then also a little less than a year ago now, I signed up for the 90-day year program, and that has also been transformative. And in that program, Todd Herman also really advocates setting 90-day plans and goals and trying to figure out a vision of where you want to go in 90 days. And I really think that that's the way to go. And to be honest, a quarterly goal for me last year, although it was before I started the 90-day year, but it was still a goal that worked really well for me, was to get my book, Blogger to Author, published. And that has been incredibly helpful. It was something I'd been working on for a year, and I just never got the kick I needed to until I had that plan. So that's why those are important. And I think really the big reason is because it gives you a vision for where you need to go with your business and what you should be spending time on and what you shouldn't be spending time on, more importantly. Because I'll be honest, and I'm part of this chorus of voices, but you'll hear this chorus of voices that, oh, you need to be on live video, and you need to be doing this, and you need to be doing that. And everybody tells you all of this stuff that you should be doing to grow your business. But you can't possibly do it all unless you're making a lot of money and you can hire a team to help you do it. So, especially if you're a solopreneur like I am, and you're struggling to figure out what exactly it is you need to do, I think you need to sit down and say, okay, maybe have a vision of where you want to get in the next year, but over the next 90 days or the next quarter, what do you need to focus on? What do you really need to do to get to where you want to be, whether that's a revenue goal or some other goal. And then you need to sit down and think, okay, what are the biggest things I can do to get there? So for example, if your goal is to become more visible, to build more visibility, or to build your authority, a book will absolutely help you do that. And so really what you need to do is, again, just think about what those quarterly goals are for you. What are the biggest things that you want to accomplish? And then you need to sit down and think about whether a book is going to help you do that. So I hope that makes sense. And again, if you just need to get to a dollar amount and a revenue goal, it might not be the number one thing you need to be focusing on. But if a lot of your goals for where you want to go in the next 90 days or the next year, if a lot of that really revolves around building authority, and if it really revolves around being known as an expert, all of these things that a book is going to do for you. And if you need, for example, a passive income stream, if you want to do that so you're not constantly having to hunt down clients, a book can help you do that sort of thing. But just know where the book fits into your overall business plan and whether or not that's something you need to be focusing on right now, or if it's something you need to focus on in the future. Maybe put that in the pile for next quarter, that sort of thing. Thank you. So that's the number one thing I think you should be thinking about. Other things you should consider. What is the market like? So what's going on in your niche, just in terms of what the other thought leaders are doing, who's publishing books, for example. Are there books on your topic already, or is there a hole that needs to be filled, or is there a reason why there is a hole and nobody has written a book? Is it that nobody's thought about it, or is it that nobody's interested in a book on that topic? To figure that out, you should poll your audience and see if there's any interest in that book. A hole in, if nobody's written a book, anything like it. It could be that just nobody's there yet. It could be that that nobody wants that book. So just keep that in mind. Excuse me. So, and one example here is just, again, knowing the market and knowing the timing of the market as well. So if your topic is really popular right now as well, and if it's just going to get really more and more popular, publish your book now. You might want to bump it up a little bit. So for example, live video is really popular right now. And if you're thinking about writing a book on live video, you might want to do it now before the market becomes too oversaturated. And another example of this would be, does anybody remember Periscope? It was really big in 2015, especially it started really gaining a lot of momentum in the summer of 2015. And I remember getting on there and being so excited. More and more people were getting on. If I would have written a book about how to use Periscope in, like, say, May of 2015, I could have made a killing. If I wrote a book on Periscope now, nobody would want it. So just knowing the timing in your market as well, and knowing when your topic is popular as well, or if it's something that a lot of people are needing, I would work to get it out sooner rather than later, because it's what the market needs. Okay, another thing to think about. Are you satisfied with where you are in your business? It may be that you're really happy with what you're doing. Maybe you are completely pleased with the number and the quality of clients you're getting and how much you're able to charge them. And you just want to keep the status quo, because if it's broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you just want to, keep going along your happy way, then you may not need a book. But if you want that change, if you want to up-level something, if you want to, like I alluded to before, if you're looking to maybe add a passive revenue stream to your income or to your business, a book can be an excellent way to do that. A book can be a great way to bring in new leads to your business, because like I mentioned before, people who pick up your book and read it, they've spent time with you, they know you, they like you and trust you, and so they're going to be much more likely to purchase your book than somebody who you just get from, say, like a Facebook ad, or somebody who randomly likes your page or who follows you on Instagram, somebody who's actually read your book and who has learned from it, and better yet, applied it to their life. They're going to be a much warmer prospect for your business. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing to think about is, what's your competition doing? And I'm seeing more and more people self-publish books, especially nonfiction, business owners, entrepreneurs, bloggers, everybody. They're seeing the possibilities that a book can bring. They're seeing their competitors or other people in their niche publish books and see amazing results from it. And they say, hey, I want a piece of that pie too. I will tell you, the number of people I know personally who have self-published books has gone up a lot, and people I've known or have been business acquaintances with, especially ever since I published my book and started talking about how easy it was and built Blogger to Author and everything, I've seen a lot of them go ahead and self-publish books because, again, they see how easy it is and they want a piece of that pie. I will say though, the more people self-publish, the less special it is to have a book, if that makes sense. So it's still going to be powerful, but the more people in your niche who have books, the less special it's going to be again, the less of a distinction it's going to be. So I want you to get in on that while the curve is still on the upswing. Before everybody in your niche has that book, I want your book to be special. I want your book to be something that sets you apart. And so if that's something that you're seeing a lot of people in your niche do, if you're seeing more and more people in your niche self-publishing books, you might want to see if it needs to get bumped up your to-do list, just so that you don't get left behind. And so you're not the last person to self-publish your book. I want you to be towards the front of the line, that sort of thing, so your book has a little bit more impact. Not that it can't have impact if a bunch of other people have published books. You know, if you have a truly special idea and if you go about explaining things in a very unique way, you know, your book can absolutely have impact. But you could have just an average book that does really great if there aren't a lot of books on similar topics, if that makes sense. Not that your book is going to be just okay, but you can set the bar a little lower and feel confident that your book can still help people. Absolutely. And then I do think it's also important to sit down and ask yourself how much time you can reasonably give to writing a book. And that takes some deep thought and consideration, knowing that there are some things that can speed up the process of writing your book as well. And I'm a firm believer in repurposing content. I think it's the smart thing to do, especially when you're running a blog or a business. You've got a ton of other things to do. You are busy. So don't be afraid to repurpose content from blog posts or from transcripts of videos or audio or even courses. I know of a lot of people now who are taking their courses and making that into a book. It's something that I've done for clients, actually. So that's another place too where you can potentially get that content that you can reuse so that it makes the process of writing the book faster. And the writing process is the longest part of the process. After you're done with that, you'll edit it, which can take as long as you want, or it can be as fast as you want, depending on how picky you're going to be. Then what you need to do is format it for self-publishing. which can be easier than you think. You could get a template from CreateSpace, cut and paste. If you are well versed with Microsoft Word, it's not so bad to do. If you get stuck on details or tech things, you might need a little extra help getting through it. But that's something that I do in my Blogger to Author course, which you can learn more about at bloggertoauthor.com/course. It leads you through the whole process. It's designed to make the process faster and easier for you. And now through next Tuesday, April 24th, 2018, you can get $50 off the course. So limited time early bird pricing, and you also get some fast action bonuses, extra training that you can get access to as well that'll help you get your book out there faster and more easily. So again, to get back to the main point here, think about how much time you have to spend on your book. Think through really how much time you have to spend writing versus how much content you have produced already that you can co-opt for your book. And just think about, can I carve out an extra 30 minutes a couple times a week to get this book done? Or am I already totally maxed out? If you're totally maxed out, can you hire somebody to help you out with the process, like I do with my clients? Again, some clients, they just don't have any time at all. And so I'll go through and literally take content from the course they have online or from their blog posts, and I'll do all the putting together for them. Sometimes they've got a little bit more than that, and I'll do some editing for them. So if you have more money but not time, you could always hire somebody to do that, or you may need to put it on the back burner if you absolutely don't have the time and you can't give up any time elsewhere. So just be honest with yourself about the commitment that you can put in, because I do realize that it's not the right time for everybody. And yes, you just need to really be honest with what you can do and with what you can't do. But if now is the right time for you, definitely check out the Blogger to Author course. Like I said, for just a few days, I'm offering $50 off the course. It's a great deal. You get not only instant access to the course and all 30 training modules that you can go through as quickly or as slowly as you like, but you also get access to a private Facebook group where I am an open book there. I will answer any question and every question to whatever depth you want because you have paid for access to me. So my knowledge is now an open book to you. I'm there to support you, answer whatever questions you have in whatever detail you have. And then also, with the course, you get access to 6 group calls, and those are scheduled for an hour long. So for an hour, I will answer whatever questions you have and we'll talk back and forth. If you're stuck with formatting, you can bring that to the table. We can pull up the document and take a look at that. Really, I give you whatever support you need, whatever questions you need answered. I am there for you to help you through the process. And so really, honestly, that's probably the most valuable part of the entire course is that support that I'm able to give you as you're working through your book and working through the material, that sort of thing. And then you also do have a lot of really great support in the course. So you can go to bloggertoauthor.com/course to learn more. There's a link in there where you can view the curriculum, see exactly all the training modules and what I'll cover, exactly what you get. I tried to be very transparent about what's in the course. But if you sign up through next Tuesday, you not only get a $50 discount off of the course, but you get access to some special fast action bonuses that I can't remember off the top of my head. There is one that helps you write copy for your book sales page faster, ideally within 15 minutes, but it also will help you write great copy in general. For those of you who don't know, I make a lot of, a good percentage of my income from writing copy for clients. So I'm giving you some of my best copywriting secrets, condensing it down into like a super short 15 to 20 minute training. So you're going to get a lot of information in a short amount of time because I know you're really busy. There's also a bonus that walks you through creating a cover in Canva in just a few minutes, which I know you guys are time crunched. You may not have the money to hire out and get a designer for your book. So I will help you do that in a short amount of time. So you're not stuck in Canva for hours like I know I certainly have been. And then the other really big bonus is my business, one of my business besties and very esteemed colleague, Amanda Berlin, who is a publicity expert, a true publicity expert. She's worked in PR for years. She put together a training with me for our audience just to help you get started with some PR stuff for your book. And that is included as part of the course as well. And that's an exclusive that's only available with the course. So I think that's incredibly valuable as well. And you get all of that if you sign up right now. So go to blogger2author.com/course to learn more about all of those bonuses, about the course and everything. As always, feel free to contact me if you have any questions about the course. And I will see you all soon. Have a great day.